The Great Hall of the Galactic Council was larger than any city on Earth. Bright lights floated in the air like small stars. Tall alien leaders sat in a wide circle, watching the center arena below. In the middle of that arena stood one human soldier, alone. His name was Captain Arin Hale. He wore simple combat armor, scratched from old battles. No shining cape, no glowing weapons, no grand entrance. Just a soldier with calm eyes and a steady breath. Around him, whispers filled the air. "Is this Earth's best?" one alien asked. "They look so small," another said. "Primitive species," someone laughed. High above, a large screen showed the words, "Trial of Strength, Earth's final petition to join the Galactic Union." If the human won, Earth would be accepted. If he lost, Earth would remain alone in space, unprotected and ignored. Across the arena gates, heavy doors slowly opened. The sound echoed like thunder. She stepped inside. Princess Kael'thara of the Virex Dominion, undefeated champion of 7 star systems. Tall, powerful, wearing dark silver armor that seemed alive. Her long white hair flowed behind her like light. The crowd grew silent. Even the loudest races respected her. She had never lost a duel. Not once. Her glowing eyes studied the human. Then she smiled slightly. "So this is Earth's first soldier," she said, her voice calm but sharp. "They send only one." Arin did not answer. He simply held his blade at his side. It was not glowing. It was not special. It was steel. The princess walked in a slow circle around him. "You look young," she said. "You look afraid." He still said nothing, but his eyes followed her every step. In the council seats, some aliens laughed openly now. "This will end quickly. Humans should return to their small planet." A council elder raised his hand for silence. "Begin," he ordered. The arena floor changed. Hard metal shifted into rough battleground. Stone and dust covered the surface. Princess Kael'thara moved first. She was fast, almost invisible. In one blink, she appeared in front of Arin. Her energy blade flashed toward him. The sound of metal hitting energy echoed across the hall. Arin blocked, but barely. The force pushed him back several steps. Gasps and laughter mixed together. "He will not last 1 minute," someone said. The princess attacked again, stronger this time. Her strikes were perfect, trained for years. Arin defended carefully. Each hit pushed him further back. Dust rose around his boots. He looked weaker, slower, smaller. Princess Kael'thara tilted her head. "This is your best?" she asked quietly. Then she struck downward with full strength. The ground cracked under the impact. For a second, Arin disappeared in the dust cloud. Some council members already began to stand, ready to declare the match finished. But then, from inside the dust, a shadow moved. Not running away. Not falling. Moving forward. The princess's eyes narrowed. Arin stepped out of the dust slowly. His armor damaged, a small line of blood on his cheek. But his eyes were different now. Focused. Calculating. The laughter in the hall began to fade. Princess Kael'thara felt something she had not felt in years. Interest. She lifted her blade again, this time more serious. High above, the council lights dimmed slightly. The air felt heavier. The human adjusted his grip on his simple steel sword. And for the first time since the duel began, he moved first. The galaxy stopped laughing. The dust settled in the arena. Arin Hale stood firm, his sword in hand. Princess Kael'thara's eyes were sharp now. No more smiles, no more mockery, only focus. The crowd held its breath. The air was tense like the calm before a storm. Kael'thara moved first, faster than light, or at least it seemed. Her blade slashed through the air with deadly precision. Arin barely raised his sword in time, the strike barely missing his head. The sound of metal clashing rang loudly, echoing through the hall. The aliens in the council seats laughed at first. "This human will fall in seconds," they whispered. But their laughter faded as the fight continued. Arin moved carefully, dodging, blocking, and circling. Each strike of the princess was powerful, designed to kill. But Arin studied her movements. His eyes sharp, reading her every attack. Every twist of her wrist, every step, every breath. He began to notice patterns, small tells, a rhythm in her strikes. Kael'thara frowned. She had never faced an opponent who could predict her moves. Never. A sudden flurry of attacks came at Arin. He dodged, parried, and countered when he could. One strike grazed his shoulder. A line of blood appeared on his armor. But he did not falter. The arena was filled with dust and sparks. The crowd could hardly follow the speed of the battle. Then it happened. A misstep, a tiny slip, and Arin's blade moved in the wrong direction. The princess's hair, long and shining white, was caught in the swing. Before anyone could react, a lock of her hair was cut cleanly from her head. Time seemed to stop. The crowd gasped. Even the council elders froze. Kael'thara froze, her eyes wide. In her culture, cutting the hair of a royal during combat was a sacred mark. It meant the one who struck could claim a bond, a promise of service. No one in the arena understood the law except her people. She slowly sank to her knees. Her blade fell to the floor with a soft thud. Arin stared in shock, unsure what had happened. He had never meant to claim her. The hall was silent. Every alien froze. Whispers turned to stunned gasps. Kael'thara looked at him, her face serious, her voice low. By law, by the ancient rules of my people, you have marked me, she said. I am bound to serve you. The humans in the crowd cheered quietly. Aliens were confused and angry. Some shouted, "This cannot be. A human cannot claim a Virex princess." The council elder slammed his staff down. "This is unprecedented," he shouted. The arena buzzed with tension and disbelief. Arin's mind raced. He had not expected this. He had only wanted to survive the duel. Now, the most powerful princess in the galaxy knelt before him. Silent and loyal by law. Kael'thara's eyes met his. There was no anger, only respect for his skill. A moment of understanding passed between them. Arin realized he was not just a soldier from Earth anymore. He was someone the galaxy had to notice. But danger was not over. Some alien leaders whispered about revenge. Some looked at Arin with hatred, plotting how to break this bond. The princess rose slowly, but still kneeled before him. Her glowing eyes scanning the arena. "From this moment, my strength belongs to your people," she declared. The hall erupted with murmurs and shocked whispers. Arin held his sword tightly. He did not feel proud, not yet. He only felt responsibility. The weight of the galaxy suddenly rested on his shoulders. Kael'thara's hair, now shorter, glinted in the lights. The crowd stared in awe. Some were afraid. Some were amazed. And the humans finally realized. Their first soldier had changed the course of history. The duel had begun as mockery. It had turned into something no one expected. A bond, a law, a challenge to the galaxy itself. And the galaxy watched, not knowing what would happen next. The hall of the Galactic Council was still in shock. Even the loudest aliens could not speak. Princess Kael'thara remained on her knees. Her eyes locked on Captain Arin Hale. The weight of the ancient law hung in the air like a heavy fog. Arin did not move. He felt the strange power of the moment. The eyes of the galaxy were on him. On Earth. On the human who had accidentally changed history. "By the laws of my people," Kael'thara said again, her voice steady but low. "You have marked me in battle. I am bound to serve you, and to protect your people." The council erupted in whispers. "This is impossible," one alien leader muttered. "Humans cannot wield such power," another shouted. But the Virex laws were clear. Once a royal's hair was cut in combat, the mark could not be broken. Some members of the council were angry. Some were confused. Some were secretly impressed. This small human had forced the most powerful princess of the galaxy to kneel. Not with words. Not with force. But with a single act of combat. Arin looked at Kael'thara. He had not meant to claim her. He had only survived. But now the responsibility weighed on him like a mountain. She was bound to him, and that meant the strength of her armies, her knowledge, her people, were now tied to Earth. Kael'thara rose slowly, still kneeling. Her armor scratched, her hair shorter. Her eyes burned with intensity. "From this moment," she declared loudly, "my strength, my skill, my loyalty, these belong to Earth." The hall fell silent again. Some aliens could not believe their ears. The council elder banged his staff on the floor. "This is unprecedented. The human must not be allowed to control a Virex princess." But Arin raised his hand for calm. "I do not seek control," he said, his voice firm but simple. "I only fight to protect my people. She is not my servant because I demand it. She is bound by law, but I will respect her, always." The princess's eyes softened slightly. For the first time, she felt respect for humanity. Not for their strength, not for their technology, but for their courage, their determination, their heart. Yet not all was calm. Some council members began whispering among themselves. Alien fleets prepared secretly. Plans for revenge were already forming in the shadows. They could not accept that Earth now had the galaxy's most powerful warrior on their side. Meanwhile, Arin glanced at the crowd. He saw fear, awe, and disbelief. He felt the weight of responsibility. Earth's future rested on his shoulders. And the choice of a princess now bound to him could tip the balance of power across the stars. Kael'thara stepped closer to him. Her voice was quiet but serious. "You must understand," she said, "this is not just law. Many will hate you. Many will try to destroy what you have gained." Arin nodded slowly. "I understand. I will protect my people. And I will not let her sacrifice be in vain." The crowd continued to whisper. But now, a few humans in the observation decks began cheering quietly. Their first soldier had not only survived, he had changed the course of galactic history. From mockery to respect, from weakness to power. Everything had shifted in that one arena. As the council debated, a shadowed figure in the back whispered to his companions, "If this human rises, the galaxy will burn. We cannot allow him to succeed." And so, a new chapter began. One where Earth was no longer weak. Where humans had earned respect. And where Princess Kael'thara, bound by law, might become more than an ally. She might become the galaxy's greatest protector of humanity. But danger was rising in the shadows. And the galaxy was far from done testing its first soldier. The duel had ended. But the real war, the war for respect, survival, and power, was only beginning. News of the duel spread faster than light. Across the stars, every council member, alien fleet, and planetary leader heard the story. Earth's first soldier, a human, had forced Princess Kael'thara to kneel. Not by politics, not by bribes, not by luck, but by courage, skill, and chance. Many alien races were shocked. Some were afraid. Some whispered in secret meetings. "This cannot stand," they said. "They will upset the balance of the galaxy." Back on Earth, humans celebrated quietly. They had survived the test of the Galactic Council, and gained an ally stronger than any fleet. But Arin Hale did not celebrate. He knew the galaxy would not forgive so easily. Enemies would come, and they would come fast. Kael'thara stood beside him now. Not as a prisoner, not as a servant, but as a warrior bound by law and respect. Her eyes scanned the horizon, her mind calculating every possible threat. "They will attack," she said quietly. "They cannot allow humanity to rise so quickly. I have seen their fleets, their strategies. They will strike our colonies first. You must be ready." Arin nodded. His hands tightened on his sword. "We will protect Earth. We will not let them destroy what we have gained." The first attack came before dawn. Alien ships appeared in the skies above Earth's outer colonies. They moved like shadows, silent, precise, deadly. The colonies had no time to prepare. Explosions shook the surface, alarms screamed across cities. People ran in panic, but military units rushed to fight. Kael'thara led the defense. Her skill unmatched, her speed terrifying. Arin fought beside her, learning her moves, trusting her guidance. The humans were inexperienced, but the princess's presence inspired courage. Together, they fought like one mind, one heart, one unstoppable force. The alien fleet underestimated humans. They expected weak resistance, easy victories. Instead, they met a soldier who had survived the galaxy's deadliest warrior, and a princess who refused to fail. The battle grew chaotic, sparks and explosions filling the skies. Ships collided, energy weapons tore the clouds apart. For the first time, Kael'thara smiled at Arin during battle. "You are not like other humans," she said. "You are clever, brave, and unpredictable." Arin nodded. "I am not perfect, but I will fight for my people," he replied. The battle raged for hours. Earth's forces, guided by Kael'thara and Arin, pushed the enemy back. They learned to work as a team. The princess fought not because she was forced, but because she believed in their courage, in their heart, in their fight. By the time the alien fleet retreated, Earth had lost some colonies, but humanity had survived, and the galaxy had learned a new lesson. Humans were not weak. Humans were not a joke. And one soldier could change everything. Yet in the shadows, the true danger waited. The alien warlords who had refused to accept Kael'thara's oath were gathering forces. They whispered plans of revenge, of war, of destruction. Earth's rise had only just begun, and the galaxy would not accept it without a fight. Kael'thara turned to Arin. "Humanity has survived the first wave," she said. "But the war is far from over." Arin looked at the horizon, at the dark stars beyond. He knew she was right. But for the first time, he also knew that Earth had a chance. With courage, with allies, and with the galaxy's most powerful warrior by their side. The first soldier had proven that even a small human could stand against the universe. And now, humanity's story was only beginning. The galaxy held its breath. Earth was no longer a weak planet to be ignored. Arin Hale, the human soldier, stood tall on the command deck of Earth's flagship. Princess Kael'thara stood beside him, her silver armor scratched, her eyes fierce. Both knew the final battle was coming. The warlords who had refused her oath were gathering the largest fleet the galaxy had ever seen. "They will strike at dawn," Kael'thara said quietly. Her voice calm, but her eyes sharp. "They will come for Earth, for me, for you, for everything we have built." Arin clenched his fists. He felt the weight of the galaxy on his shoulders. But he also felt the strength of humanity behind him. This was not just about survival. It was about proving that humans were more than primitive beings. That Earth deserved respect in the stars. The alien warlord appeared on the main screen. His face twisted in rage. "You dare rise against us," he shouted. "Your human planet will burn, and your princess will regret ever kneeling." Arin stepped forward, his voice steady and firm. "We do not seek war, but we will protect our people. We do not beg. We do not kneel. We fight, and we never stop." The alien fleet appeared at the horizon. Thousands of ships, black and sharp, like claws ready to tear through Earth. But Earth was ready. Kael'thara's forces were prepared. Arin had trained every commander personally, and the humans had learned to fight with courage and strategy. No longer weak. No longer afraid. The battle began with a deafening roar. Ships clashed in the sky, energy beams lighting the darkness. Explosions shook planets. Ground troops fought desperately, but Arin and Kael'thara moved like a single force. Her experience and his strategy guiding every strike. At one moment, the enemy flagship targeted Earth's capital. Its massive cannon fired, but Arin led a daring maneuver. Dodging through enemy lines. Kael'thara struck from above, slicing through their shields. The flagship exploded in a shower of sparks. The enemy fleet faltered. Every alien commander watching knew the truth. Humans had changed. A single soldier had united courage, loyalty, and strategy to create something no one expected. Humans were no longer prey. They were warriors. The battle ended with the enemy in retreat. Many fleets destroyed. Many leaders humiliated. And Earth stood strong. Its people cheering. Their first soldier had proven that even a small human could face the galaxy and win. Kael'thara stepped forward. She removed her ceremonial mark. The hair that had bound her now symbolized respect, not law. "I am no longer bound by law," she said softly. "I fight because I choose to, because I believe in Earth and its people." Arin looked at her. Pride and gratitude in his eyes. "You fought with us. You saved us. You did not serve because you had to, you stood with us because you chose to," he said. The galaxy would never laugh at Earth again. The mockery of humans was gone. Respect and fear had replaced it. The first soldier had risen. Not for power, not for glory, but for humanity. In the skies above, the stars shone brighter than ever. The battle was over, but the story was just beginning. Earth had proven that courage, determination, and heart could change the universe. And one human soldier had shown that even the smallest voice could echo across the stars. The day the galaxy laughed at Earth was the day everything changed. And humanity had truly begun its rise among the stars.